Hello, this is Peter Douglas Tokar. I'm a former soldier, former believer of Christianity. I'm no longer either. I'm no longer working, but I'm not completely dysfunctional, as many would like to think or say, although I haven't been told any such thing lately. I I've been watching some content on YouTube, and I want to voice my uh, un, unasked for opinions. Nobody has asked me to do this. There was a video on. It was in two parts, I guess, or more than two parts. The part I watched was having to do with FEMA, and uh, it was a movie. It was called the full movie. So FEMA camps, and they were in Florida. They were removing people from their homes. They're using school buses. Uh, you know, um, I don't think it was recent that it was put up, that the video, the movie, was put on YouTube. Now, YouTube really shouldn't be a place where movies are put up for, trying to get people to react. I'm putting my opinions on here. You can take it or leave it. You can listen. If you listen, fine. If you listen and you hate what I say, fine. I've been a part of the Canadian Reserve Artillery Forces. Reserve meaning we're weekend warriors. We drank a lot on the weekends when we went up to Meaford. Meaford is up on along Georgian Bay there. It's up toward Owen Sound, past Barrie. Um, there's an anti-tank range there. There are large garages that do house armored personnel carriers or any vehicles, but generally they're used for. They have long sets of picnic tables for all the uh, regular force soldiers and the reserve soldiers to eat there. And I had been in 1977, prior to going to training. I went in July and August of 1977. I spent about 3 or 4 weeks in Meaford, and then uh, I went to I went from In 1977, the end of July and August, I spent about 2 weeks studying how to use the artillery radio systems and how to set up the guns, the communication between the command post and the guns with signal wire. That is not what I intend to do ever again. Being a soldier, I am more. I tell people that I will pray for them. I do pray. I am not as I was. Uh, I'm not a church going man anymore. And anybody doesn't like that, they can go fling salt where, they can take it or leave it. They can, if they want to take me on it, fine. I don't want to get into fist fights with people, so you're not getting in my room and getting on the camera to have fist fights on camera. So get that out of your head. I'm not into physical fighting, and I'm not into debate. Real. And if it was real, then the Constitution of the United States of America is not being used. It's not being utilized as it was set up to utilize it. I don't know what Canada really has as far as a constitution. We have a Bill of Rights. And the Bill of Rights in Canada is a farce. The design Canada has started out by following the British North America Act. And as far as I'm concerned, I am not under the governing auspices of the royal family or of any governmental authority within Canada or within any country. You people can put up all kinds of malarkey on YouTube. All these film footage, people spouting off, talking about things that they had been part of. Okay, fine. I don't intend to take people at gunpoint and make them strip for me and make them go through decontamination. And I will not go through that myself. I do not go to an airport to fly out of here. I do not fly over United States airspace. I am firmly right here. I go where I must go to see my doctors. I have a good life. I often feel that I have too good a life, okay? You people don't know what you want. You don't know what you have. You don't know the law. You don't know your rights. And one guy can put up a movie. It's called a movie on there. FEMA death camps. And it's called, and it's not part 2, it's just FEMA death camps 2. Okay. So some guy put it up there. You people are, you're urchins from the deep sea. And I'm not saying that because, like, I'm not saying that I'm great. No. I don't deserve what I have, but I'll fight for it. If American soldiers want to come up here and take me and arrest me here, well, you're going to have a fight on your hands. I will not take a life. I will not ever take anybody's life. And I will not take a weapon from somebody in order to stop them from using it. So if you want to kill me, I'm right here. I don't think I'm very much of a I don't think I'm a threat to anybody. But I wanted to say these things. I wanted to get on here and at least for an hour and a half, I wanted to state how I feel. That you people have a constitution that is over well, your Constitution goes back a long ways, eh? You know, your Declaration of Independence. You have 4 instruments of independence, I guess it's called, self-government, so that you pulled yourself out of the Commonwealth. Okay. Well, I'm pulled out of everything in this world. I'm not in NATO. I'm not in the United Nations. I'm not a friend of the royal family. Okay? I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube. I used to have such a good feeling of that the first Sea Lord, you know, Sir Winston Churchill, he was such a great man, yeah. Well, he ordered the British fleet to go broadside to broadside against the French Navy after the Germans in World War II had overcome them, had taken over France. So broadside to broadside, and they fired upon the British. I mean, the British had fired salvo after salvo on the French Navy. They had sunk 3 of their large ships, their battleships, I guess, or whatever they were. There were a lot of French sailors that died, and war was not declared. And that's not the only one. That I don't even think that's the first time that Sir Winston Churchill had done against normal protocol. I believe there is a God, and I believe that the many, many people that were involved in dropping white phosphor, the many, many people that were dropping white phosphorus on cities, 67 cities in Japan were firebombed before the August 6th and August 9th, 1945 bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Now, I really want you to pay attention, because you're going to see so much happen so quick, and you're not prepared for what's coming. And I am completely already pulled out of going to church, giving my money at all to the church. I was told not to sing in church because my voice is so overwhelming. That just watch for about FEMA death camps. There's it was more than an hour and a half, and I only watched about 25 minutes of it, and I had enough of it. They showed buses that were they were filling up with people. People went in the bus. They're evacuating people from their homes. People didn't know what was going on. This was in the state of Florida. You think Florida is just the first? FEMA's called out every time there's a disaster. They have been involved every time there was a disaster, every time there was a hurricane, every time there was a tornado, every time there's anything. FEMA. And I really can't remember what the letters stand for, but they're they get government funding, and they go right down to the places where there is disaster or whatever. When the when the city of New Orleans was flooded, when there wasn't a lot done for the people in New Orleans. I'm not saying that the position I would have taken is to rebuild New Orleans. I think that staying put where the elevation is below sea level, and the walls that protect that area are minimal. Building bigger, higher walls and everything, that isn't what should be done. All the people in New Orleans should have been removed and redistributed to other communities, but they should have been allowed to stay together as families. So I guess this is the way it goes, eh? Nobody wants anything to do with my my okay, Rick. Recommendation. The whole idea, the whole premise of helping um, to help people that are in a state of emergency, a state of um, uh, when they're in dire need of water to drink, food, shelter. There are a lot of people over the last oh, I don't know. I would say, okay, there's no one person And there's no one machine that will have an answer. Or a solution. The final solution in Hitler's regime there, that was let's just say that it doesn't even deserve to be talked about. Okay, killing off people, seeing seeing people as being separate from you, and seeing them as your enemy, is not what this world should be about. Being frightened of people is not what should be. Being there has been okay. I guess I have to. And I guess and Michael Vincent. And and tribes. I think it's tribes. Tribes. Mm-hmm. With okay. Oh, chat. Oh, timestamps. What does public chat do? What did you see here? Restore chat. Huh? Okay. So, read.
Hey, Peter.
Hi.
How's it going?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Mm.
You didn't eat your fish and chips.
No, not yet. Please.
Yeah.
I'm just doing something for a minute.
Yeah. You mind if I change your order for you?
Yeah, you can. Please.
Thank you.
Please.
Sorry.
What? No. I'm just. I'm trying to write for. I'm on video right now.
Oh, I saw you today.
There's no one. On what?
While I'm walking.
Oh.
You're walking down from Villa de Rose. You haven't seen my new car yet, have you?
No.
Yeah, I gotta show you it.
I was walking where?
You're walking away from Villa de Rose down towards the bus stop.
Yeah. I was. Yeah.
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 I saw you.
Well, it was before I had to be back here by 1.
Oh, okay.
I think I was back here by 12:50.
Oh, nice. Because I
Yeah.
think it was about a little after 10 o'clock, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm giving away state secrets.
Really?
Yeah. All about what I did on the 105 millimeter field howitzers. They were made in the United States, and they were used in
Oh, wow.
they were used in Korean War.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. So I'm telling it. I don't care. I don't care what my. I don't care what they thought. What they think.
You just be careful. You do what you gotta do, Mr. Pete Man.
Well, I don't care what Trudeau thinks.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't run my life. And if he wants me arrested,
Yeah.
they can arrest people without even having a reason.
Don't forget to eat the fish. Sarah, Peter. You take it easy. Okay. Oh, is this all the guards right here? Oh. Hungry.
I think it was unfair. I thought that was already done.
No, that's probably has to be tomorrow. What about these eggs here? No? They don't fit you. They gotta go garbage.
No.
The garbage.
No, I give them away.
You're giving away.
I give them to what do we call it? Goodwill.
Yeah, oh, that's not a bad idea. All right.
I'll see you.
I'll see you later, okay?
Yeah, have a good evening.
Have a great evening.
Yeah. Hmm. 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 Oh, I can't do this. Powers. Powers. East. Hmm. 230. Hmm. Hmm. E. Where? Mm-hmm. Be aware. Mm-hmm. No. Mm-hmm. 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 Be aware. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Chat. 52. Beware. Be aware. Chat. Participants. Toggle for participants. Mm-hmm. Live chat. Mm-hmm. Hello, everyone. All right. Tweet. Yeah. Hold on for Twitter. Hmm. Hmm. Mm. 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 Copy. What's that? 100 or 1 hour and 5 minutes. Hi. I see nobody's here again. Or still. Nobody's here still. What's that? Okay. Hi. Hi. Well, I know, but what, he gave me a lot more drugs. Yeah, but I want you to know that he's not a violent life. No, he's not. No. He's asking me, he says, that usually Bernie won't allow me to change. No, I'm not taking that way. When he stepped in, I'm going to step in on his toes, on his neck. Well, I guess I'm going to get rid of something here. What do I need to do here? Oh, well, what do I do? Live chat, huh? Live chat. Okay. Toggle. Mhm. Mhm. Guess I won't do that one. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Nothing. Okay. 111. Hmm. Be aware. Opinion. Anyone watching movies about FEMA cats or my recommendation for a movie on Utopia Dystopia is from 1927, Metropolis. Fritz, France. Oh, Rob, Fritz or France.